Hey everyone, Richard here, and as you see from the title, we have some things to discuss, and it revolves this card right here. So let's just get into it. Alright everyone, so as you can see, we have a Winged Dragon of Ra from the King's Court set. As you can see from this text, it is the secret rare variant, but if you look at this label, it says it's an ultra rare. And SGC, who graded this card, says that's not an error, which is an interesting stance. So let's kind of just talk about it. About a month ago now, a little less, I sent this out to be graded. This is not my card. I sent it for someone else, but got this card graded, came back, was really happy with the grade. That's a great grade for this card. It's actually the highest graded version at SGC, but it said it was an ultra rare. And this is not an ultra rare, this is a secret rare. If you look at TCG Player, it has a clear distinction between the two, price point being very different between the two. Even if you look at PSA, another grading company, they have a very distinction between the ultra rare and the secret rare. Not for this card, but for the other God cards as well. It's just in this set there are two variations of this card. The problem is Konami themselves never made that designation. If you look at all the official announcements for King's Court, it only mentions an ultra rare. And SGC stance is, if Konami doesn't make the designation, they don't either. There's no reason to. It is an ultra rare, and that's how it is. Which is kind of problematic. It kind of calls into question, what are you doing as a grading company? Are you catering to what the companies are saying, or are you telling the straight facts about the cards? And the straight fact is there are two variations of this card. Honestly, if you wanted to call it an ultra rare, fine, but there still needs to be some designation that there are two foil variations for this card. It's still missing some very important text that differentiates this card from a much cheaper version. And I tried to bring this up to SGC. I actually exchanged emails with them. I'll throw up their final response in an email. I'm probably going to blur out who it's from because I don't want to put them on blast or anything. I'm just going to full out say SGC is a great company. I intend to use them again. Probably not to grade this set of cards. But their customer service was amazing. They responded to me within about 30 minutes every time I emailed them across several days. And they were apologetic, but they were very clear on their stance. Konami does not acknowledge a secret rare, so we are not going to acknowledge a secret rare either. I don't know. It's a weird place to be in. There's clearly a difference between the cards. If I haven't already, I'll throw them up on the screen, the ultra rare versus the secret rare, so you can actually visualize the difference. It's mainly in the text portion, but there is a clear difference. It's a foiling difference. It's like saying a base and a refractor card are the same thing, and they're not. And I find it problematic. So I really love some discussion, some opinion on this. First and foremost, I don't want any SGC versus PSA versus Beckett versus CGC discussion. That's really not what this is for. Every company has its purpose, and every company is good at something for a certain situation. This is purely on this designation. Did SGC screw up? Did they not screw up? Is Konami at fault here for not making an official designation between the two? Konami really should. They should provide a card list, an official card list that mentions the secret rare variants. They don't. You can find mention of it across many news articles, but nothing officially from Konami, at least that I found, and I did quite a bit of research trying to make my case for SGC to fix this. But yeah, that's really the bulk of this. I have no qualms with SGC, but I don't necessarily agree with the stance. I understand the stance. I can't fault their logic, but I don't agree with it. And I'd love to hear people's thoughts on it too. I'd actually appreciate if you shared this with people who grade things, be it cards otherwise, or just fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd like some actual opinions about this. So yeah, let me know. That's all I have to say. We have a ultra rare King's Court Winged Dragon of Ra here. But yeah, that's everything. Hopefully this is somewhat interesting to you guys. Like I said, really would like some discussion to happen. But yeah, take care, everyone.